I can't really get a good ring because I have a fan on me. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl, 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 girl. My eyes are open. My eyes are open, girl. I just started smoking a reefer. I did a whole video, roll the weed up, did not take one puff. I don't know what's going on down to the internet. Let's go see.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Got a couple of new subscribers yesterday. And so, girl, I cannot wait to eat the rest of I had a seafood boil yesterday. I didn't eat all of it because I can only eat, I don't know, I can only eat a little bit. Sometimes I just want to taste it and then I'll be done with it. Isn't that weird? Is anybody else like that? Like, I had such a craving yesterday for seafood boil. I only finished half of it. The shrimp are really good. Sometimes if they get the shrimp be too tough in a seafood, but they don't know. I don't know why y'all don't wait until the last minute to put the shrimp in and then kind of bring it out with the shrimp still in there because it's so hot that the shrimps are still cooking. And sometimes some seafood boils, the shrimp be like, I don't want shrimp. I don't want shrimp and I don't want potatoes. Give me the corn, give me the eggs, give me the crab, give me a few pieces of shrimp. Sausage I can deal without because it just depends on the sausage. Like, I feel like it needs to be a hot link type of sausage. You understand? Not like a kielbasa sausage. You know what I mean? So I was eating. I just saw a video because I took a video of myself. While we took a video while we were eating at the restaurant yesterday, and I was just saying, both me and my son, we were like, we couldn't eat it. The other Aquarius, he tore his up. But the other one, he really doesn't like seafood boils, but he got one. And because I honestly thought he was just going to order a po' boy and some fries and some, but he did. He got him and he does medium. I don't know whose child he is, honestly, because I love spicy. I'd be like, hot, make it hot, Thai hot. That's how hot I like to be. My nose running. I like to be like, that's how I like. But they had good sauce. This place we've only been to once before, so we went back to them because the one that's near our house, I kind of like it, but it's like, if you want to quick, let's go get a seafood boil real quick. We can go down to Mr. Crab and get the seafood boil. But we went to Captain Crab, and it was really good. It was real good. There was this big ass man sitting in there eating. When I tell you, I love to see people eat. Like, I do. I love to see people enjoy food. That's what I love to see, people enjoying food. That man was, when I tell you, he was getting his motherfucking grub on. I was like, yes. He had the whole little thing in front of him. He was big as hell too. He had the whole thing in front of him. He had his drinks and everything. I was like, yes, go off. He had his bib on, his gloves on. I can't eat with gloves. Y'all eat the seafood boil with gloves? I can't. I need to touch my food. I need to touch my food. Like my grandmother, she would still eat with her hands, like grab cornbread or something with it and eat. She's my grandmother still eat. I don't know if she still does, but I can't imagine that she doesn't, but she still eats with her hands. And because I need to feel the food. I need to feel the food. I don't want to, I don't care. I'll just, usually when I'm done with I get lemon and I just wipe it all over my hands, and then water. I'll put my hand in my cup that had ice in it and wipe my hands like that. Sometimes they give you wipes. This place didn't give you wipes. Just had a bunch of napkins, but I have the half of it and I'm gonna eat it today. I can't wait. Oh, so good. So I'm gonna go. Oh, let me go ahead and log in. I'm gonna go ahead and log in, and then you guys go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, clip, hype. That's a new feature. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on. I'm going to go log in real quick, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about what's on the blogs, okay?
There's a lot of people like that, but okay,
I'm back. All right, so let's see. A couple of things. I'm on the neighborhood talk. It says KarenHuger was released from prison 6 months after 6 months for her DUI arrest. There were people outside of the jail as she came out, like reporters. I have I honestly have never seen it for KarenHuger. She's had me blocked since season 1 on Twitter because I used to call her Farm Girl Huger, and I used to call her out for being fake and phony. You fake and you phony. And that's what I used to tell her. You fake and you phony. You're a farm girl talking about etiquette. You're a liar. And here we are with the drunkard, the grand drunk. Shout out to Andrew Gabor. The grand drunk was released this morning. I saw that lady for her works. That's why they block you so you can't see them anymore. That's why they block you. Yeah. I've never seen it for Karen. I think she is a phony and a fraud. I do. And a colorist. Because I ain't forgot that she said Wendy doesn't fit the show and she wasn't impressed by Wendy. Impressed? Are you insane? You know the accomplishments and the achievements that this woman has gained, and you're not impressed, and she doesn't fit the look of the show. Why? Because she's dark skinned? Yeah, that's why. I don't see it for KarenHuger. Ever. Never have. So good luck to her. Glad she's out. Hope she doesn't get behind a car and run down a goddamn school bus or anything like that. A goddamn sign, a stop sign, and a tree, mowed down a whole damn oak tree. It says Kirk and Rasheeda say that if they were having a three-way relationship with Kirk's former mistress, Jasmine, they wouldn't hide it from the world. If she was on this motherfucking bubblegum, she would be singing. The fact that you call dry, your fucking snatch bubble gum, that is gross. Is that what she's saying? You want to chew on my bubble gum? Do you want to chew? Chewing on somebody's pussy does not sound appetizing or inviting or something that I don't want you to chew on my pussy. Like, that's weird. Rasheeda is weird. I never knew. Is that what she said? You want to chew on my bubble gum? I thought she meant you like me so much you would actually chew on the bubble gum that's in my mouth. But you talking about chewing on your roast beef labias? Girl, go away. Let's listen to what. I'll tell you one thing. Them tattoos on Jasmine's neck are tea. I love it. It looks so fucking sexy to me. It's like three um feathers coming around her neck. I don't know what she got going. I don't know if she has a dream catcher in the back, but she got a feather coming right here, a feather coming right here, and a feather coming, like it's almost coming down to her collarbone. I love it. I love the placement. I have been saying, have I been saying that I wish that Kirk and Rasheeda were honest about their relationship dynamics, even down to the point where you are like sitting across from the woman he had a baby with. She has on a mic pack. I don't know if she's in the intro, but she has confessionals. She's mic'd up. This is the mother of your husband's child. This is the mother of your husband's child. Girl, that's a mess. So there's something about the relationship dynamic that they're not letting us in on. And I'm not sure why Rasheeda would walk around knowing that we call her the head of the insane clown posse. You're literally you are head of the birds. You, Carly Red, y'all are everybody on Love and Hip Hop, honestly. Because the show is literally about these women and how they navigate their relationship with these men who constantly disrespect them. That has been the theme of Love and Hip Hop. Is I call it dumb and hip hop because the women, every single motherfucking woman on Love and Hip Hop, their ideas about relationships and doing, like, even Rennie Rucci, like, this man got on live, kicked you out of the house with a baby, and you back with him talking about we just have no. If a man kicks you out of the home with your baby, you should never go back there ever. And nothing in you. Somebody really, like, that whole team, everybody needs their shoulders shook and their heads shook. I'm shaking you. Girl, wake the fuck up. Why you look so stupid? And I'm telling you, Rasheeda wouldn't look as stupid as she does if she came out and said, hey, I'm in an open marriage. Go watch Hunting Wives. Be honest about the dynamics of your relationship. If you have an arrangement, share it. See, Black people are so busy trying to assimilate to this white idea of family structures and family dynamics. Even white people don't follow it. Just like in Hunting Wives, those Republican gun toting hunting women were also queer. Hello, talking about I don't agree with pregnancy termination and all this other stuff. But girl, in their real lives, they're not living that way. So the fact that we have so many people trying to assimilate to a ideology that the people that you're trying to assimilate to don't follow themselves, and now everybody thinks that Rasheeda looks like a fool. Like, we've been saying it for years. And I wish that Rasheeda would say, yeah, Kirk and I, we have an arrangement, and as long as I'm not sleeping with men, he's fine. I can have relationships with women. Sometimes that's the dynamics, and you agree, like, he can have a relationship if we agree on a woman we like together, whatever it is. But we're so busy trying to uphold this idea. White people do the same thing, trying to uphold this idea of family, and just this. It's just like nostalgia, like a television show, and that's not what it is. And the relationship dynamics that people have in their marriages, they span. There's a spectrum of the way that people agree to be in relationships with each other. Some people agree to be in relationships where the man is able to do what he wants to do, the wife is able to do what she wants to do, right? As long as you don't put it in public, or even if it is in public, we have an open relationship. And I think people should be more accepting, and not like, I feel like there will be those people who still are holding on and grasping on to the edge of the cliff to have this relationship dynamic that mimics something off of a television show or a movie, right? And I feel like if Rasheeda and Kirk were honest about their relationship dynamics, I think more people will feel comfortable. That's what representation means, right? Coming out and being your authentic self so other people can see, like, oh, this is not bad. They actually, and the crazy part is how if they're making it work, if it's functional, if it's healthy, right? There are ethically non-monogamous couples, right? They're in a relationship, but we're not monogamous, right? We have other relationships with people. Let's listen to what Jasmine and Rasheeda have to say. I really would I really would encourage Rasheeda and Kirk to be honest about their relationship dynamics, and they can even that could be a pathway for them to discuss, like, this is how, like, you can be the face of that. You can really monetize off of that. You can have conferences about that. You can show people, hey, this we are not in a traditional relationship. Yeah, I had a baby on her, but it's not that I had a baby on her. We have an arrangement. We have an agreement. This is what the arrangement is. You know, understand what I'm saying? Instead of trying to act like you're something that you're not, people are not getting the real story. The way that Rasheeda responded to what Jasmine said makes me believe that there is some attraction between her and Jasmine. And then I think Kirk on Carlos King said something about Jasmine saying that she wanted to get with Rasheeda. And then Rasheeda in the confessional talking about, if she were to chew on this bubble gum, chew on your pussy. I need for you to come up with something else. If she was chewing on this bubble gum, she would be singing some, she said. So it makes me believe that you're not like the when she said it, she didn't get mad. She actually bursted out laughing. I would really encourage people to be authentic in their relationship dynamics and what they've agreed to. You understand what I'm saying? I really think that representation matters. And if you are in an ethically non-monogamous relationship, you've been married this long, talk about it. Talk about how you got there. Talk about the conversations, because I'm sure that other people are in relationships wanting to be like, hey, I love this person. I want to be with this person, but I'm not a monogamous person. And how can we be ethically non-monogamous where we're both understanding the dynamics of the relationship? No one is being tricked. No one is being duped. No one is being lied to. Everything is on the up and up, right? I feel like more people would be like, oh, oh, okay. Instead of trying so hard, like on my last video, trying so hard to have this relationship dynamic, a nuclear family, when people, that's not, it is actually not the norm. It's not the norm. The spectrum of family dynamics and relationship dynamics that exist, and people are trying to uphold this image that they're in this traditional type of situation, it just does a disservice to humanity. Show people that you are in this type of relationship. Nobody, it will be the ones who are holding on, like I said, at the edge of the cliff, to have this kind of this television or movie type of situation happening. But for a majority of people, they'll be like, oh, well, girl, if this is what you agreed to, you're not stupid. But I don't understand why. And I ain't leaving Kirk.
Yo, this a light day, it's light work. And y'all can pop y'all cause I ain't leaving Kirk.
Okay, nobody's saying that you ain't left him. He had a whole baby on you, bitch, and moved the bitch into an apartment. We know you ain't going nowhere. But if all of that was something that you knew about and you agreed upon, why hide it? I don't get it. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I just don't. Well, I think they hide it because they don't want to be ridiculed for having something that's outside of what the norm is, right? And the norm isn't even the norm for the people trying to enforce the norm. You understand what I'm saying? When I tell you, go watch Hunting Wives, just, and outside of all of the shenanigans that are happening, the relationship dynamics between the women and their husbands, right? You have one that's a pastor, one that's a he's just a politician. The other husband is a cop. You understand what I'm saying? Watch the relationship dynamics, right? I don't even want to give it away. I wanted to say something, but I don't want to give it away. But you have, I don't know, go watch Hunting Wives so you can watch the relationship dynamics and understand how people have arrangements in their marriages. While they might be showing the world that, oh, this is a Republican, no, the man's getting fucked by his wife. The wife is fucking another woman, but still trying to uphold this image of we believe in family values and all this other shit. Yeah, the family values look different. Values look different for people. What I value, you may not value. A lot of women value the presence of a man. I don't. I don't see the value in it. Some people put value in that. That's why they think that you put value in it because you're a woman. You might be a woman socialized in the system. I've rejected my socialization, right? I don't center men. I don't see the value in being in a relationship with a man. But other women do. Other women crave and desire that, even though they don't even know why they crave and desire it. They crave and desire to be in some type of perfect, like a relationship. And that's just not true. And I wish Kirk and Rasheeda would be honest about that. I've talked about 20 minutes. I haven't let you hear what they said, but let's listen. Let's listen.
Okay, so I called Job because me and Yandy had a conversation on the phone a couple weeks ago. She's asking me, like, did you put me up to trying to her marriage up?
That is some delusional here, yo.
I told her no, because that's the truth.
That's crazy.
Right.
We don't talk. This right here is the first time.
So I was at Bambi and Ray's engagement party the other day, and Bambi came and spoke to me, and she was telling me that Yandy is saying that we bumping cats.
Shut up.
We bumping cats, and all of us is in a relationship together.
Oh,
she's still deflecting. And the thing about it, if that was happening, why the were we hiding?
I wouldn't hide it because I'm not that type of person to hide. I just put it all out to the world. Woo, we turn.
And y'all know I will.
Jasmine's a very open sexual type of person. If she was on this bubblegum bitch, believe me, she would be singing.
So that's a no.
That's a no.
Cats. We bumping cats. Shut up. We bumping cats, and all of us is in a relationship together.
Oh,
she's still deflecting. And the thing about it, if that was happening, why the were we hiding?
I wouldn't hide it because I'm not that type of person to hide it. I just put it all out to the world. Woo, we turned. And y'all know I will. Jasmine's a very open sexual type of person. If she was on this bubblegum bitch, believe me, she would be singing. That's a no. That's a no. Bambi
I don't
took
believe
me to speak
Rasheeda.
to Yandy. Okay. The way she was talking to me, I feel like I kind of got a little manipulated. I can't lie to you because I feel like she did overtalk me a lot. Like I walked away feeling like, did I make myself clear? Just replaying it over in my head is when I realized like, she just wanted to try to make stuff seem like what it wasn't. And I don't think that I really realized that until afterwards. Really what she needs to do is look in the mirror and face the that's going on in front of her. I mean, I keep saying I feel like it's...
And for me, the way that Rasheeda acts like she's not in the same predicament as Yandy, both of your husbands, based just looking on, right, not knowing the dynamics, the true dynamics of your relationship, y'all look like idiots. You look like idiot one, and she looks like idiot two. And the fact that Yandy literally has been lying the entire... When I tell you Yandy has been lying about the way her dynamics with Mandingo are, she's been lying since the beginning. You didn't even marry him for real. And for the right reasons, right? Because she didn't want to pay his child support arrears or any restitution he probably had from his conviction, which I completely understand. And I girl, kudos to you. But changing your last name to Harris, he's running around cheating. You're acting like everything is okay. Leave our family alone. You're on a reality show, sweetie. If you don't want the dynamics of your relationship to be on display, get the fuck off of TV. Like literally, like it makes no sense. Like on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Letitia, thick tongue Tisha down there at the event talking about husbands and children, our families are off limit. You're on a show called Love and Marriage. What do you think the show is going to be about? Your family dynamics. And we've already seen that your husband almost killed your child by giving them peanuts that they're allergic to. He didn't know. Letitia raises the children. Now your family is off limits because Martell, what's his name? Martinez, and Melody Cherie, she's no longer Holt. Shout out to her. I don't see it for her personality, but that move was the best move ever. And I think more women should do that. Reclaim your name, take your name back, have a ceremony, have a party with your friends, take your fucking name back. And that, when I tell you, that will fuck a nigga up, because the fact that you keep a nigga's name when you're no longer with him says that he still has stake on you. He still has a stake in you, girl. Change your goddamn last name. And if that means hyphenating your children's name in the process, getting a court order to do it, do it. I tell you one, I give Melody so much props for doing that. A lot of women would not do that. A lot of women don't do that. Change those kids, change your name, and they should be Rogers Holt. All of them kids. And that fucked with his ego. And that's why men run around making a bunch of babies, because they know you're going to put their last names on it and they don't have to do nothing else in life. They get to live another generation through you. You gave them that. I'm so glad Melody took Holt off of her name. But now the spotlight isn't on their relationship, because it's been about them the entire time, right? We've seen your relationship dynamics. We think that Mighty Mouse has cheated on Kimmy. Kimmy's over there looking less than smart in the way she navigates, letting a man crawl on top of her while she's going through chemotherapy because she doesn't want him to fuck somebody else. Girl, that's insane. Insane. So we see it. But Letitia talking about the kids and the husbands are off on a show about marriage. Husbands are off limits. Your relationship is off limits. Get the fuck off the television. We could solve that problem right away. Get the fuck off of TV if you don't want your relationship dynamics on display or people to have an opinion about it or the people to ask you about it. That's so weird to me. Get the fuck off of TV if you don't want your relationship dynamics to be exposed.
It's damage control. Because based off of everything he been saying and how he been moving, I mean, I feel like they've been done for a while now. He's in the club talking to everybody.
Mandingo.
And then he's like, whatever Yandy got going on, that got to do with Yandy. That has nothing to do with me. Ooh. Words of not a husband. We bumping.
And then Rasheeda saying words of not a husband. Is your husband a husband? You really need to be honest about your relationship dynamics. I really feel like Kirk and Rasheeda could really do something with being honest about their relationship dynamics. And maybe they are. Maybe I don't know, but I feel like more people would understand where you were coming from if you explained the dynamics of your relationship. I just honestly truly believe that. And I feel like all family dynamics, all relationship dynamics should be represented, right? Two gender parent households, ethically non-monogamous households. Like, we should talk about that. They exist. And I feel like Rasheeda and Kirk could really, I don't know about that bistro. Is the food good down at Frost Bistro? I know they tried to have all the kids working there, but they shooting each other and shit. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. We don't even know where Kai is right now or what's going on with that. I need to look into that. But I really feel like Rasheeda and this girl have some sort of relationship, because why the fuck is your mom hanging out with her, girl? Charlene is not hanging out with Jasmine for no reason. Mind you, I was 13 when Kirk started cheating on Rasheeda. I'm 39 now. Kirk smiling from earring to earring, just imagining it. I mean, she already took your man, had his baby, and now you're on a podcast with her. You might as well give her some coochie.
Hey, boo.
I told y'all they was polyester. Rasheeda and Yandy, the same person. I don't care what nobody says. Thank you. Idiot 1 and Idiot 2. Rasheeda sitting there trying to shade Yandy about her husband, at the same time sitting with the mistress your husband had a baby with. Rasheeda, please sit down. Rasheeda got bags. Her husband's a girl. Every time we do a post about Rasheeda, talk about Rasheeda and Kirk, there's a comment. Rasheeda is Kirk is enjoying his life, baby. He's having the time of his life. I don't believe them. When she was pregnant, her own husband made her have a DNA test. He sure did. And then he cheated and had a kid with the same person she's having dinner with. They need to focus on getting a good lawyer for their son. Why Kirk ain't singing? Oops. Ooh.
If she was on this bubblegum bitch, believe me, she would be singing.
Imagine speaking on how someone's husband should act, but you're on a vacation with your husband's baby mama. That's what I'm saying. And you hear the tone. Everybody thinks you're an idiot. They do. Y'all are not honest about your relationship dynamics, and you are looking like a fool because of it. I'm not going to look like a fool in a situation that I'm actually agreeing to. I'm going to be honest and be like, yeah, this is the relationship dynamic, y'all. I really don't have a problem with him having a baby with her. I don't. We are actually cool. She hangs out with my mom. We go on vacations together. Like, I don't get it. Okay, let's talk about something else. It is what it is. AugustAlsina defends his man after social users nitpick their age difference, involving motherfuckers in our story who ain't worthy. Y'all don't hold authority in your own life. Okay, they were trying to say that AugustAlsina groomed Zoo because of their age difference. I don't know what their age difference is, but they were trying to say that he groomed him because of their age difference. And he says that both of them say that he was over 18 when they started their relationship. So I don't know how it started, but they both came out and cleared it up. Oh, I think there's a 5-year age difference, which is not a big age difference at all, unless the person is 15 and the other person is 20. Hello. But if you have teen in your age, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23 and 18, I think I don't know. it's a little, to me, it's a little weird. I feel like if you should only date, if you have teen in your age, you should only date somebody who else has teen in their age. That's how I feel about it. 19 and 20, maybe. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe 18 and 20, you about to be 19, but that literally is okay. But if he turns 18 and AugustAlsina was 23, mentally they're probably at the same age, emotionally probably at the same age. Um, but I don't think that that's really that bad. 18 and 23, I don't think that it's that bad. Like if you were in college, you'd be 18 and it might be a 23-year-old on the college campus. You understand what I'm saying? Um, do they have more experience? Yes, they may not. Age doesn't determine your relationship experience. Um, so they both came out and cleared it up. Zoo came out, and then AugustAlsina, he had to come out and say something. He says niggas be so desperate to project their unhappiness and spin a narrative. It's truly a reflection of a deeply unhealed inner child. I'm telling you, AugustAlsina will come out, and when I tell you, he will be so disrespectful with the nicest words. He's a Virgo. He'll be so disrespectful with the nicest words and try to get the people together. Um, Right. Somebody says, I feel like y'all tried to harass AugustAlsina into confirming his relationship. Then y'all demanded PDA. You didn't get what you wanted, so now you spread misinformation. Dangerous misinformation at that. That's why he don't tell y'all nothing. And he said, exactly. And what's even crazier is that Zoo lied to me about how old he was when we first clicked up. Granted, he was over 18, but the fact remains I found out later upon meeting the family. But this is information that will require me throwing my nigga under the bus and involving motherfuckers in our story who ain't worthy just to appease their own trauma. Niggas be so desperate to project their unhappiness and spin a narrative. It's truly a reflection of the deeply unhealed inner child. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Jada groomed him, so there's nothing to see here. I actually don't think Jada Pinkett groomed AugustAlsina. I don't. I know a lot of people want to, he's this, oh, he was this kid and stuff, and he knew what the fuck he was doing. Oh, they're fucking that lady. He knew what the fuck he was doing, to the point where he even went to Will Smith to ask him if he could be with her for real. Girl, no. Those are the motherfuckers who have an arrangement. Another one. Y'all love Jada and Will until you found out they were literally, it sounds like, in an ethically non-monogamous relationship. Y'all hated them. All of a sudden she's this vixen and this groomer, and nobody says anything about drunk ass Will. Nobody says anything about the Libra Will Smith while he's been doing his thing. As soon as you found out, it was okay for him to be doing his thing, but as soon as you found out Jada was doing her thing, all of a sudden, oh my God, she's grooming the kids. She's a femme fatale. She's a what do they call them? A predator. All this shit that y'all was saying about Jada Pinkett, and she fucked up by not making that fucking nigga sign an NDA. Oh, it smells so good. Girl, please. You did indeed just throw your man under the bus saying he lied about his age. He said he was still over 18 and lied about his age. I wouldn't be able, he might have said he was 20 something. Like 18-year-olds lie about their age. I don't care about nothing they talk about. It still shocks me to know AugustAlsina is a booty bandit. Happy for him, but hurt for my younger self. Because you think that men exist, they're supposed to be here for you, the same way men think that you exist, and that just because you exist, you're here for them. I think it is so incredibly rude to say that a man is like, oh, I'm hurt because I thought you should be with women. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that energy. Let me move on to the let me move on to the next story, as a matter of fact, because I don't want to deal with black people and their homophobia today. Florida man arrested after running over a woman with his SUV because she refused to let him smell her feet.
Who are these niggas?
What did he say? This guy asked to smell your feet? Yes, he did. What did he say? Well, initially we had met up because I was going to sell him my sneakers. She knew something didn't smell right when she met this guy, Almansi Circle, at an Aventura hotel. When I got there, he just wanted to sniff my feet, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. I have to stop you there. What do you say when someone says, I want to sniff your feet? No. No, I mean, you can have my sneakers all you want. I mean, I don't care. I'm not wearing them. And, you know, they're just stinky old sneakers. But people like weird things. Then things got downright scary. She says the suspect runs out of the room. She thinks with her sneakers. I ran after him, and I met him down in the parking garage. She says he ran her over with his car. He did a 3-point turn and actually hit me with a car, ran me over. He ran you over? He ran me over, and by the grace of God, I'm still standing today. She shows us the injuries. I've met a lot of people who have foot fetishes, obviously, and nobody has ever done anything to this caliber. She says she's lucky to be alive. You're charged with aggravated battery, a second-degree felony. In his arrest report, cops say after a review of the defendant's background, he's been the subject in other incidents involving the same modus operandi. We've covered a lot of bizarre cases. I've covered a lot of bizarre cases in my day. This is up there. It's pretty bizarre. It was extremely bizarre for me, too. I've never experienced anything like this before. So the victim is still frightened, and she says, look, I was truly fortunate to be alive. I was run over with a car. She tells us there is surveillance video. We're hoping to get that video sometime this week. In Aventura, I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
Florida.
This guy asked us.
Florida, girl. Florida literally is its own world. She should have told him $500 for a sniff. But why did they have to meet in a hotel room? Because if you're selling something to someone, you don't want a man coming to your home, tonta. You don't want a man coming to your home. Some man wants to buy your shoes. You meet him in a public place. Okay, I'll meet you at the whatchamacallit with the goods. I'm not letting you know where I live. Hello. Sounds like she's an escort. Man, she was selling that coochie and he ain't have the funds. She knew something didn't smell right when this is why I don't take anything seriously. It's them zooming in on her pretty feet. I've met a lot of people who have foot fetishes, obviously. That alone says it all. Meeting in a room to sell sneakers, nah, she's just trying to snitch on herself. She's selling cat. She might be a foot what do you call a foot model? That might be the thing. Like the man, listen. I don't know if you know any sex workers, but I know a few. Probably more than a few. Probably more than I should actually know. You know, I keep the company of whores, honey. Ethical whores, right? But sometimes sex is not what the man wants. A lot of these sex workers be giving niggas massages, just laying up, talking. Some want to just smell the feet. Let me just smell your feet. And she just be having her feet in his face the whole time for the whole however long he paid. Sniff these feet, nigga. And that's all they want to do. A lot of these men, ask a sex worker. It's not always about sex. Sometimes it's just talking about his problems, it's almost like they're therapists and they're healing. Like a lot, you will find a lot of sex workers go into healing work, Reiki, all because you literally understand the energetic properties of our bodies can heal another person, right? Whether it's, hey, sexual healing, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, let's make love tonight, hey, because we do it right. Yes, sexual healing, emotional healing. And some people have foot fetishes, and they love pretty feet, and they want the feet on them. They want you to jack them off with your feet. They want you to stick your toe in their nose, like all kind of shit, girl. It's not always about sex. She might be a foot. I don't know if you want to call her a foot sex worker. I don't know what they call them. I don't know. Girl, Evelyn is stupid. Why is Evelyn using this filter? That is hilarious. That filter is funny as hell. An Oregon father sentenced to 10 years in prison after punching his 20-month-old son in the stomach so hard it perforated his intestines. Off with his head! Off with his head! Says the child was bothering him. And these are the niggas. Y'all want these perfect families. You want these nuclear families. When I tell you the heat that just came up in my body thinking of the punishment for this man. You punched a 1.5-year-old child. You punched them? Punched a child? You need to get punched with a motherfucking bat, bitch. Ooh, let me calm down. Let me smoke a little reefer. Let the other inmates know. What is that going to do? These signs be there before y'all have these men's kids. They do. The signs be there. Wait, she really had a baby by that man, and he was already convicted of sex trafficking kids by force and strangulation. Girl, let me read this story. Neighbors, we continue to say not everyone should be a parent, and this is a prime example. A man is behind bars after almost ending his own child's life. According to KPTV, 41-year-old Joseph Washington, here he is. This won't matter. The next broad will tell you at least he's in jail, because the next broad won't believe you if you tell her what he did. She'll be like, that's, girl, you just jealous. You just jealous, girl. You want my life, girl. So here we go. Even though some of you won't even heed the warning. Let me read this goddamn caption. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. 41-year-old Joseph Washington received a 10-year prison sentence on Friday for an incident that took place in April 2024. Washington was facing charges of first-degree assault, third-degree assault, first-degree criminal mistreatment for punching his son in the stomach and leaving him with a traumatic injury. Washington and the child's mother were no longer a couple, but he would care for the 20-month-old. Why didn't you just say 1.5-year-old? While he was at work. He notified her that the son was vomiting profusely, and she urged him to take the child to the hospital, but he decided against it. Instead, he took the child to the mother, and she transported him to the hospital and received shocking news. The child was suffering from a perforated intestine, causing air and fluid to seep into the abdomen. He received surgery. It was revealed that the injury was caused by blunt force trauma, spawning an investigation. The mother said Washington told her that the son was bothering him, so he got angry and punched him twice. The defendant's violence nearly killed this child. Despite his attempts to ignore the child's symptoms and persuading the mother to have the child go to sleep at that night, her decision to take him to the hospital saved his life. The verdict in this case represents accountability for his gruesome behavior. Protecting children is what the community is tasked with, and I am thankful to the jury for reaching the proper conclusion and holding the defendant accountable in this case, Deputy District Attorney Moga said. What's even crazier is that Washington has a crazy history of violent crimes that include federal conviction for sex trafficking of children or by force, fraud, coercion, strangulation, constituting DV, multiple assault charges, kidnapping, and more. So clearly, I could show his face down here and a woman will still procreate with him. It's literally it's the women who need deprogramming. He didn't want to take the child to the hospital. He took the child to the mother. She took the child to the hospital and found out about the injuries. Did you not know about his previous convictions? Did you not know that he had been previously convicted for child sex trafficking? This is something that has been going on for generations, men and their proclivity for little boys or little kids, but for little boys. I watched a documentary called The Serial Killer's Apprentice, and a serial killer was able to get this 15-year-old drop out, doing drugs and stuff like that, get this 15-year-old boy to procure other little boys, and he would bring them over to the house and he would abuse them and then kill them and then send their bodies. But before doing that, he would take explicit pornographic pictures of these children before he tortured them and killed them, and he would send them to other men. This was before social media. This was meaning that this shit was going through the mail, bitch. So while we are socialized to believe that we should be in partnership with these men, a lot of these men are insane. A lot of these men are psychotic. They are. They are. This was in the 60s that this was happening. The serial killer, talking about a organization called the Syndicate, where men are exchanging images of little boys, pornographic images of little boys. But what this man does is he brings the boys in, teenage boys. They said the children range from 12, and then I think the oldest one was 20. I think the oldest person was 20, I think they said. And the boy was 15 years old, and he had him doing this for about 2 years. And then he actually killed the serial killer, the boy that was procuring the other boys, because he would get his friends. He killed a couple of his friends. He'd bring his friends over to have, do huffing and weed and just drinking and stuff like this with this older man. And he would tie them up and then abuse them for hours, torturing them, but taking pictures of them and sharing them with other men. And the only reason why that man's life is over now, the man that was 15, he's in jail now. But he killed the serial killer. He literally killed the serial killer. Because the last night it was a girl and another guy and him, and he had them tied up. One of them was able to get out, and then they ended up killing the man. And then he told the cops where all the bodies were. I'm telling you. Some of them are undeserving. And when you are under a system of patriarchy where you just automatically give men the benefit of the doubt, you automatically give the apex predator the benefit of the doubt. That's just like letting a fucking jaguar live here with me, a fucking mountain lion, a goddamn hyena living in here with me. What do you think is going to happen? I just saw a man the other day get bit by a black widow. The black widow just crawling all over his arm. I told my son the other day, if you see a black widow, I don't give a fuck, kill it. The black widow on his hand bites him. What do you think it's going to do? What do you think it's going to do? It's going to do what's in its nature to do. And you are socialized to run towards that, to the point where you will even ignore previous convictions. What's even crazier is that Washington has a crazy history of violent crimes that include a federal conviction for sex trafficking of children. and you leaving your kid over there. Ain't no telling what else he's done to that kid. If you can punch a baby, that's a baby. That's 20 months. That's a baby. That's literally a baby. Can probably barely talk, can probably barely walk, just probably started walking. And you punch them in the stomach twice and perforate their intestines, and then you don't want the mom to take. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Off with his motherfucking head. Actually, know what? Let's slit your motherfucking stomach open and take your intestines out and perforate them. I get some good old perforation scissors so we could just perforate it. Motherfucker. Y'all don't want me to be in charge of the punishment for these psychotic ass niggas. 10 years of unaliving a baby, but when the woman gets an abortion of a fetus, she gets 25 to life. By the comments from men are hung up on the phrase 20-month-year-old rather than the evil act that was done to said 20-month-old grow up. 10 years, he needs life and never to be around kids again. When I honestly feel, but you see, when you live in a system of patriarchy where men, sexual deviants, right? These men are running the show. They're running the show. So while they're trying to uphold standards that you need to, telling you how you need to live, they're out here wrecking havoc. And so because we live in a system where these men want access to kids, that's why the sentencing looks the way it does. That's why the punishments look the way they do. It's never enough. You harm a child, because children will always exist, you will never be let out into society again. They literally need to make a compound for people who have committed crimes against children, who have harmed children, because children will always exist. You can never be around. You should never be around a child again. But the men running the show, oh, you can get out in 10 years. And guess what they're going to go back to doing? Harming children. They don't really give a fuck about children. There's too many children in foster care for me to know. Too many children. I believe that the United States, along with in being the enslaved person hub of the globe, they're also the sex trafficking, child trafficking hub of the globe. And then knowing that law enforcement, men who enforce the laws, are involved in sex trafficking and child trafficking, then you're like, who can you actually trust in all of this? These are the same men. All these men are somebody's brother, somebody's father, somebody's husband, somebody's cousin. These fucking weird ass niggas. And just like T.S. Madison said it the other day, the way that y'all act, be homophobic, but then all these other type of disgusting ass motherfuckers are accepted back into the community after they do something horrible. But the worst that they can be is gay. Some people, most people don't deserve children. Literally, most people don't deserve children. Most people don't. A lot of people are just doing things because their bodies are able to do it. I'm so sick of these crazy parents. Goddamn, this just killed my vibe reading it. I can't take it. Electric chair. This is one of the reasons a lot of mothers say not all dads are safe, because their daddy mean they're a safe parent. Just because they're a daddy doesn't mean they're a safe parent. It's really not the mother being bitter. It's the mother protecting her child. Exactly. Not y'all, but y'all in the comments about Brittany Renner, yeah, she is a gutter snipe. Yeah, her mother is a gutter snipe times 2. Okay, I'm about to go eat my seafood boil. It's only 9:30. I'm gonna break my fast with my seafood boil. Did I tell you I have a leftover half of my, because I didn't finish all of it? I just thought about it. I got the flavor in my mouth. I just thought about it. A lot of the times, y'all be giving PJ Johnson the benefit of the doubt. He told that boy's grandmother to suck his dick in front of the kid, but y'all also worried about her being antagonistic. That nigga said, suck my dick in front of his child, and repeated himself. He said it twice after he improperly buckled the child into the fucking seat car seat. Lock him up, punk ass nigga. Hope he gets his due karma. Lethal injection. Both of the parents' fault. 10 years, not enough. He's a bum, a low life. 10 years only. He needs to be off. That's where I am with it. That's and you know, I truly believe if women were in charge of the way these way punishments were for these people who offend children, because there's women who sexually abuse children too. Let's not get that fucking twisted. A lot of times the women be helping the niggas. This woman was in a relationship, well, had a child with a man with previous checks. Another story. What the fuck are these stories, bro? The next story on Neighborhood Talk. A father wanted for murdering his 2-year-old son gets arrested after being on the run for 5 years. Police say he was found in Massachusetts wearing a ginger wig as a disguise. This is the very next story. It's too much. I'm not reading it. Tyrese was on the internet crying. I guess he's out of energy, so he needs to come to the internet to suck the energy out of these desperate women who can't forget the Coca-Cola smile off of the bus. Tyrese on the bus with the Coca-Cola smile. Somebody said, I think it was Carrie. Shout out to Carrie on Twitter. He said, all you got to do is sing you handsome. The women like you. Stop getting on the internet crying about something. But what he's doing is literally, I think him and Shad Moss do the same shit. They come down, is that they have an aura of energy sucking, like they're literally like this, siphoning and crying. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't even care to hear what fucking Cryreese has going on. He's an energy vampire. He literally is an energy vampire. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Come on, Britney Spears. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let me go to the Jasmine brand. I haven't been to the Jasmine brand in a long time. The Jasmine brand. Here it is. Okay, so Karen is let out. Okay. Drake on being labeled a culture vulture. I think I get real sensitive about that because you are. Yandy and Quad, you girl. Okay, that's fine. Porsha asked judge to hold ex Simon Guobadia in contempt, says he nearly owes $70,000.
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
The fact that she is wasting her money trying to sue someone who has been deported and cannot legally enforce any laws on someone who is not in the country lets me know that she is stupider than she appears. Porsha posted a picture of her the other day. This like a picture. She come through the door. She has this black dress on, and the comments are insane. And it was something that I was listening to the other day, talking about how people with pretty privilege get away. They can be maniacal narcissists, malignant narcissists. As long as they look a certain way, people are just like, doo 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 doo. This woman has to be the most stupidest person that is on television. She literally, every step she made, it's like literally hustling backwards. Where her pretty privilege, she doesn't have to be subjected to old ass milk dud shaped men for money. The fact that she went in that direction after watching Fallon not get anything, knowing he was a scammer, because wasn't you fucking his cousin? Ain't that how you got the Rolls Royce? You thought you was going to live off, she ain't no different from Jennifer Williams, live off the scammer's money for as long as you can. If you had him deported, whatever, he's not in this country. Do you think he's going to pay the mortgage? I believe that the lawyer is in cahoots with him and saying, oh, you didn't pay me, I'm going to put a lien. He probably was paid. I'm gonna put a lien on this motherfucking house. Do you think Porsha can afford a $7 million a mortgage on a $7 million home in Georgia when she has quit her every single step of the way? The steps seem really insane. But if all she has to do is post a picture and everybody forgets that the bitch is insane. And now you're trying to sue on someone who has been he can't come back here. I know he's probably in the process. Simon, if that is his motherfucking name, is in the process of trying to get a new identity so he can come back to Atlanta and get another vase. Cause y'all just dumb as an empty ass vase. Beautiful on the outside, Fallon, beautiful. Porsha is subjective. I don't think she's as beautiful as everybody makes her, but she gives good hair, good aesthetics. That's it. She's a puddle, a shallow puddle, a vase, an empty ass vase. Sit in the foyer with your pretty ass. But you are weird as hell. And the fact that you went and got with this man in the way that you got with this man, acting like love, like the whole thing is fucking weird. It's just a Mr. Toad's wild ride. You are in Porsha's Wonderland, like literally. It is a fucking weird ass, like, I don't know, you have to be high to be in there. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then he gets deported. You think everybody thinks you won because you got a judgment to be able to stay in the house for 3 years. This is this man's house, but you can stay here for 3 years after the divorce. That's not a win. She has to sell that. She has to buy the home, sell it, and then give him half of the money. Can she sell it? I don't know. But they said her other house, the one that Dirty Diana and her nigga was staying in. Free PJ, by the way. I haven't even read. I know it's some dumb shit. RHOA star Porsha Williams asked judge to hold Simon Guobadia in contempt. In contempt? What? How are you enforcing these judgments? Girl, I don't have to shut up. I'm deported. I live in Dubai, bitch. I ain't got to come back to LA, but I ain't restricted to Nigeria. Not LA, Atlanta. But I'm not restricted to Nigeria, girl. I can go wherever the fuck I want to. I just can't come back to the United States. I'm in Dubai. You trying to hold me in contempt of court and I'm in Dubai? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bitch. I've been scamming since 81. Since your ignorant ass was in the corner rocking back and forth reading the goddamn coloring book upside down. That's how long I've been scamming, bitch. Since you was on a tricycle with a diaper full of shit. And you thought you was going to get over on me? You thought you was going to get something out of me? You better think about that one again. Exes, Porsha and Simon are still going at it. Porsha recently filed court documents. And let me tell you something. The divorce attorneys, baby, shout out to all the divorce attorneys. Y'all got in the right. I should have been a divorce attorney, baby. Y'all making a killing. And the fact that the divorce attorney is still filing judgments on somebody who has been deported, it to me, they're just saying like, bitch, give me all your money. What are these billable hours? Send Porsha Guobadia invoice. She wants to sue this nigga. She wants to hold him in contempt. Girl, listen to this. Porsha recently filed court documents requesting that a judge hold her ex-husband Simon in contempt of allegedly failing to fulfill financial obligations following their divorce. She claims Simon still owes $667,395.55, covering alimony, attorney's fees, marital residence costs, and property taxes.
Okay, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay. Yeah.
Do you honestly think that Simon is going to pay $667,000 of anything? Porsha, I'm telling you, Porsha is so dumb to me. Like, and it annoys the fuck out of me that people are so enamored by her looks, but she's a fucking dumbass. Like, she's so dumb. Like, all of this is dumb. There's nothing smart about this. Porsha emphasizes that his non-payment represents a knowing, intentional, and ongoing disregard for the court's authority and final judgment it issued. You had him deported. If you had him deported, none of the judgments are enforceable, sweetie. Stupid. You stupid, bro. Ugh. And honestly, I that part of the pretty privilege. Oh, let me charge this phone. Part of the pretty privilege, that irks the shit out of me. I hate a pretty dumb bitch. I've never been. You got to be smart and pretty. I cannot stand a pretty dumb bitch. I can't. I really can't. And when pretty dumb bitches are rewarded just because they're pretty, that irks the shit out of me. It does. I'm a hater when it comes to that. I hate that. I hate it when I see the praise and the claps that she gets, and she's literally a dumbass. Like, she's literally a dumbass. Listen to this. As a potential remedy, the reality star proposes that Simon relinquish his equity in the stake of his formal marital home. Y'all trying to pull a fast one on a scammer? Girl, I'm not releasing nothing, bitch. And I'm not paying on nothing either. The house is going to stay in my motherfucking name. And you can get to stay in my Airbnb for 3 years. And then you're going to get your funky ass out. Find another nigga to scam that you think you're going to scam. Porsha is so whack to me. Girl, I will rev this engine up and run over her and back over her, because I think what she represents is sheer stupidity. And that, I'm offended. I'm so offended. I'm so offended. Responding to the legal request, Simon tells TMZ, I'm finding out from a media publication about the new filings. As you may be aware, the divorce action has been closed and the matter is now before the Georgia Court of Appeals. He adds, we filed a timely appeal 30 days of the judge's decision, and I'm sure opposing counsel is aware that a higher court has to rule on the merits of the appeal before the lower court would entertain any new court filings. Until then, those filings are tantamount to toilet tissue of the public's consumption, baby. And then the way he be talking to you, because he knows you are a vase. All I need is a bitch with a big butt and a smile to get me in these Atlanta social circles. And she's just as nefarious as him, because you can't tell me Porsha didn't know that motherfucker was a scammer. She is no different from Jennifer Williams. These bitches know these niggas are scammers. Got buddy deported, then realized it's not a good idea when he owes you cash. Simon is in another country. Because you and the lawyer called ICE on him, please let it go, boo-boo kitty. Y'all are dense or what? The George ordered that in their divorce. Joke's on him because he got to pay for it. He's in a different country. Any judgments against him are not enforceable. Not when he leaves the country. It doesn't apply over there. Regardless of the location, that court order still remains. You think the judge is going to waste their time granting something they know the other person has gone back to the other country? Yes, a judgment is a judgment. The way that it's enforced and collected is a different story, especially when the person cannot even come back to the country where the law is being enforced. He lives in a different country. Nothing, no judgments against him are enforceable in another country. U.S. court judgments are not enforceable in another country. Period. He's actually in Dubai. He's not even in Africa. Baby, he's gone to another country. Give it up. Did y'all see his new truck? When being a thought goes horribly wrong, I'm laughing my ass off. You're not getting nothing from that man. He just unveiled his new Defender and it's nice. That man is over in Dubai living his best life while she's in the States house squatting. Girl, tear her ass up. You a squatter. That big old ass is over there squatting for 3 years. That's all you can stay. Porsha is not smart. I'm sorry. Dumb Diddy. That's her name should be. Dumb Diddy. He just bought a new truck. Let me go to Simon's page and see, because I love a Defender. I love a Land Rover Defender. Let me see what Simon Guabadia, if that's his motherfucking name. Simon, oh, I am Simon Guabadia. Let me see his truck. Oh, yes. Let's see.
I like it. Yes. Stop.
Oh, baby.
I love it. New delivery.
That's nice.
I love the presentation, guys. Nice. You like it?
I love a boxy Defender. I love the old Defenders. I love the older Defenders. I don't like that like a lot of the Range Rovers have like curves, like they're curving their cars to make them look futuristic. But I love a old Land Rover Defender. That's like my favorite car. Jeep, truck, whatever. I love it. The new ones are really, really nice, but I just don't like the curves on them at all. But while she's trying to sue him, girl. Oh, we was on the Jasmine brand. Portia's not smart to me. Sorry, I just had to drag her for that length of time. And then Simon is playing in her face. There's no way that you thought that you were going to scam somebody who has been scamming since you were a toddler. Joke's on you, dummy. Portia's not smart to me. Sorry, I had to drag her for that long. I know some of you love Portia because of the way she looks, but that's the extent of it. She's literally as deep as this little box right here. This is Portia's head, and this is the depth of her. But thank God she got them teeth and that ass, that obnoxious ass. Everybody's like, ooh, doo, 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 doo. I don't see it. I like a smart, pretty smart woman, like a Kenya Moore. I like them. I like them smart and pretty.
Kidding me? Because one thing I admire most about people is intelligence. I think people know that. I like a smart, pretty girl. I live for it. I live for a smart, pretty girl.
I don't like them smart and dumb. I don't. I'm like, I'm offended by her. Like, the way that she moves is so offensive, and the way that she's allowed to move is extremely offensive. And it's just like, y'all don't see how dumb she is. Like, you're literally trying to enforce a judgment to someone who doesn't even can't come back to this country. Stupid. From the beginning to the end, you really thought you was doing something, and you really fucked up. You did. So you got to get the fuck out of that house over there squatting in that man's house. Girl, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. I'm about to go eat my seafood boil. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Sorry I had to drag you, girl. I'm sorry. Peace.